mirror match for a top spot in the top 3 of this tournament that's on the line here.
At the beginning of this best of 3, we were speaking about Artson and how good he is on this map, how good everything looks for MIBR. If we are to go the distance, then I just screen Ethan needs to turn up. I think that needs to even the ground out, especially with this high pressure. We know that this is not elimination, but making it to top 3 is a dream, baby.
Oh yeah, we saw what Ethan and Mata could do in map 1, but conversely we saw on the flip side what the likes of Artson, Cortesia, as well as Aspas could do in map 2. So it really all comes down to this, Mimi.
Aspas is a champs player, a chance to break a record in terms of kills for BO3s, a chance to make top 3 yet again, but an NRG that is excellent on this map, GB, to try and shut him down.
It's going to be awesome. In map 3, and the winner will move straight to the upper finals at the A-Core Arena. One last time, here's Pansy and Sideshow for the call.
I wanted a third map between these two, overachieving on their run so far, but only one can really continue at this point. MIBR, history steeped in this team with that young blood coming through, but NRG, plucky as ever, but they can't have another map 2.
And they can't afford to collapse completely like we saw from them on Haven. We know on the attack side, Aspas is going to be looking to try to go towards A-Link. Mata trying to preempt it, but it's tough. It's going to be faced usually with Aspas diving in there with a paranoia and the 0 point. This round though, slow off the rip for MIBR. Aspas not burning that utility early. But the Waylay v Waylay is going to be so interesting to see which team can get more value out of it. It was NRG that really started playing this comp. MIBR stole it.
Well, could be the finest form of flattery at this point. So I'm going to get that spot.
Shadows traveling.
Time to invest the smoke still. Allow for a call of support coming in from Connector. Not alone to take this stand. Rourke was there prepared.
They keep thinking that MIBR are going to go for the pop. You see them holding the paranoia, holding the dart, and then realizing, oh, actually, it's still slow. Here it comes.
Yeah, there it is. Knife actually going to be dealt with. There's still a chance for this. Good paranoia. Lovely stall out. But there's that burst from Aspas trying to gap close towards. 40 seconds now. Fight on the cards, but NRG with bodies in the right place now.
Mata backfilling all of this space. It's difficult to get through the smoke like this, but NRG concede the territory.
Quite like it. He showed a little bit of presence through that connector earlier, so may allow for a second of doubt, but can they still break that front line of MIBR?
They're pinging it. They have a suspicion that Mata's over here.
That's a 3-play stack off to the side too.
Oh no, they're looking Link.
I mean, they're putting a lot of eggs in that basket. You can see the flash prepared with Ethan. There it is, Frenzy, ready, gonna spot out one on the site. Still, a lot of work to do, 5v5 in the post bar, and MIBR lighting up the kill feed here. Cortesia has to back away for a second. Burno picks up the pace, and now you're down to just Scuba. How has this happened so quickly? It's stunning from MIBR, and Aspas picking up where he left off.
He's just been unbelievable this match, and that's even with all of the accolades that you pour onto this guy. He actually wins the Waylay 1v1. He's hyper aware of the flank coming through. He'll entry for you on the Waylay, then he'll recall back, and he'll be able to be in that position to get the late round impact, to watch the flank, and that shot towards the end is remarkable. This match, when we came in, I'm looking at Aspas versus Ethan, the only 2 players left in the tournament that have a chance to lift a second Champs trophy. Aspas has always made top 3 at every Champs he's been at, by the way, too. With Loud at 2022, he won it, then made top 3 in 2023 as Ethan lifted the trophy. Here he's going to be pressured again.
Yeah, only up for the challenge, and he still absolutely is. Aspas with 2, early farm and early confidence in case he needed it.
A team flash as well, they're just feeding the beast.
Leave him alone, let him breathe. NRG scrambling out of the corners as MIBR, round by round, looking sharp.
Well, this looks like a continuation of Haven. NRG are going to have to stabilize fast to avoid MIBR running away with this. Look at that. Flash. Not really a mistake there from Ethan. He's going to call the timing of that. It's just Scuba goes through the wall a fraction too early. Gets full team blinded.
Don't even mind the attempt from NRG, to be fair, but I get scared when you're giving Aspas further confidence to feel like he can do no wrong.
And he's going to get the Waylay ult so early as well.
2 away. Have it this round if he fancies, really. But it's time to take a stand for NRG. They can't keep allowing this to happen, but Aspas right off the rip. Pressure right up middle.
Yeah, and that's the standard take that MIBR have of mid. NRG trying to block it with a 0 point, and it just wasn't good enough here.
Look how fast they're on this as well. 3-2 split right towards A. They're not stopping, they're not even slowing down.
They're going to have to here just for a moment as the snake light comes up, and NRG using a lot of util early, and Matic can't find a fight.
He's looking for it. He's desperate for someone to give him a fight, but I love this composure from MIBR after this high tempo beginning. Able to pump the brakes for a moment, but they're just boxed in now. NRG wanting to fight this forward, playing into the Viper util. Drop on it, and surprise! It's a complete trade out. Cortesia getting two. This feels unreal. How's Artisan getting more? Ethan and Som have to scramble across.
Cortesia had util in his hands. How on earth is he getting 2 out of that?
You tell me. The gods are smiling on MIBR today. Som still with the paranoia. Knife, flash for Ethan. A couple of key tools here. Good paranoia. No one to save. Artisan there, out on an island for the final 2. With the final boss still here. A threat always is Aspas. Has been the point of difference consistently, but NRG, this time, up for the fight, leaving just Gentleman alive in a 1v2. Not gonna happen. Ethan bounding in, finally breaking back in for NRG.
Bit of a mistake there from MIBR, but they didn't realize that both of the retakers were coming through A-Link. They abandoned the planter. Look at this though, what on earth? How does Cortesia have that? The timing was perfect for NRG to drop and take that fight just as MIBR was setting up for the engagement into the site. It is incredible that NRG come away with the victory in the end.
Yeah.
It should have been their round. Their adjustment was really nice, and still MIBR just hitting the shots better. That's been the story all day though, hasn't it? Even on the map that NRG won, MIBR had 20 more kills.
Absolute gunners, and a slow start for Marder here too. Not able to feel out the game early, but a very different look at the start for MIBR. Patience being displayed.
I think trying to fake that they're working over towards that B ult orb for Aspas, whereas instead he's trying to take fights through middle again. So they're just hoping that this gap opens up and Aspas doesn't have to burn all of this util early on.
Burno. It's always Aspas you have to worry about. Marder, double swung. He's getting no look-ins here.
Yeah, well that's just a full armor. 4 players buying it. Outlaw's not finding any value. Aspas, cautious as ever, takes that one shot. Doesn't find the head, so he backs up. Now he can just play with the pack.
Back with the boys. Brock is going to be considered, has to fall away step by step. The site getting smaller. The enemy truly at the gates. Ethan, the pop flash, but no big swing off the back of the counter flash, just as good. Ethan trying to keep them in support here. This is getting tense on the site now.
That nade does not land where Ethan wants it. He's hoping to deny the plan. Artisan can stick.
Bombs now in. Time's on their side. MIBR just round by round, kill by kill, looking untouchable. Scuba, no idea where to look. MIBR, this is perfection.
NRG can't stop them from taking yard control, and then MIBR can just pause, hold, and choose exactly the timing they want to be able to go a little further. This time in a 5v3. And another multi-kill comes through. This round from Xenom instead of Cortesia, but good spray control. Every player on MIBR is in peak form when it comes to their rifling. And it's getting them through some spots that should be sticky and just look like they're not at all.
No, it looks too easy for them at times. And we need some of those gunners to turn up for NRG. We know they're capable. We've seen them up until this point, up until this series, it feels like. We need them to start coming online together here. Marder, 0-4, quiet beginning. Again, it's hard to get the ball rolling, but a very early timeout.
Isn't it incredible the spot that MIBR are in? I mean, if they're able to continue playing like this, they're going to find themselves in guaranteed top 3 position after most people had them as one of the weakest teams, if not the weakest, at the tournament, because they didn't even participate in domestic playoffs. They got through on a technicality.
That is madness. But I think all of us could always see the potential. It was waiting for it to be actualized, to see it all come online at the same time, to be all on the same page, to have the coaching behind them in the right way, setting up for success. I don't blame people for doubting them. I really don't. But then when you see it on these stages, they have absolutely risen to the occasion.
They completely have. You're so right. And after their flop at Toronto, nothing could feel better than this. The whole region behind them, behind Aspas, looking to repeat what he's done before so many times, so consistently. NRG in this round with no weaponry to work with. Should be a slam dunk for MIBR, and because it's a little easier, they go for a sight pop.
Why not? The other side, Scuba to try and be a nuisance, try and maybe buy a couple of seconds.
That's a good snake bite, knocks Verno out of the drone, making things more difficult, so NRG can put 3 bodies here.
They're going in. Artisan, good spacing on this. All eyes turn towards the player on the side. Aspas, fairly so, but again, he's just massacring everyone. Oh, it's just clean work from MIBR. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. And sadly for NRG, there wasn't much to be done in that round, it felt like.
No, lighter weaponry, but Ethan showcasing that he wants to try to punish the pathing. You see him running towards Aspas there to try to either force him to recall or get the kill onto him, but the coverage is there from Artazine. Great team play from MIBR, covering their star player and allowing him to go nuts. This round, though, is where NRG start to get their weapons online. The Op for Mada, the Odin for Brorg, it's signature at this point.
But it has to be good. It has to convince me as well as themselves here. Good knife and good info early.
Immediately a push.
Mada. Fortune does favor the bold, but Mada, you better be ready for this. There's bodies here. Oh man, he might be dead. Som saving the day pretty much here. Look on the extremity, he made a play out of A for this.
Really big player now. Mada comes to backfill that space as Som backs up.
Ooh, ult as well. I mean, it's ambitious.